I've been playing video games since the early 80s, and although I look back at those years with extreme fondness, the 90s is the decade that really defined me as a gamer. After the minimalistic graphics of the ZX Spectrum and the cartoon adventures of the 8-bit systems, it was the realism and ultra-violence of games like Doom and Duke Nukem 3D that really blew me away. They were the gaming equivalents of adrenaline sports. They were loud, they were dumb, and they were incredibly fun. Back to the present day, and nostalgia is big business. It's rare to have a week go by without seeing at least one announcement for a remake or a reboot of a classic IP, and as is sometimes the case, these reboots fail to capture the thrills of the original. I'm looking at you, Duke Nukem Forever!
No! Come on, no!
Recent examples of successful reboots have been Shadow Warrior and Rise of the Triad, with both managing to capture the blood and guts spewing spirit of their predecessors incredibly well. However, there's a brand new game on the horizon that I believe is a perfect homage to my golden years of gaming. Whoa! Strafe, which for the sake of disclosure I should mention I backed on Kickstarter, mainly on the strength of this insane live action advert, has recently been successfully crowdfunded, and I've been playing around with a pre-alpha build called the Speedrun Zone. Graphically, Strafe has a lot in common with Quake, and it's easy to spot tributes to id's masterpiece in the level layout and character designs. Set on board a spacecraft, Strafe's tight metallic corridors give way to open areas ripe for ambushes. These are obviously inspired by Quake, as are the chunky sprites and pixelated blood that squirts from their bodies when they meet the business end of a shotgun. The grainy textures and the brown colour palette of the medieval environments in Quake are replaced by varying shades of spaceship grey, while bright greens and oranges occasionally add bursts of colour to the proceedings. These give Strafe a slightly more modern look, but still its retro-stylised graphics instantly press all the right nostalgia buttons. One of the best things about Strafe though is that much like Minecraft, underneath the simple graphics beats a rather complex heart. In the final version of Strafe, each level will be procedurally generated, but if these levels are always different, what's to stop us constantly becoming lost? Well, that's where the gore comes in. There's more gore in this one level of Strafe than you'll find in every Yoshihiro Nishimura film combined, and in the final release, it's all going to be persistent. That means if you do die, you'll be able to follow a bloody breadcrumb trail all the way back to where you lost your life, or use it to navigate yourself out of a dead end. The jets of crimson from decapitated corpses drip down walls and form pools on the floor, and the sheer number of enemies thrown at the player means that once spotless levels are soon drenched in blood. 90s first-person shooters have gore and jibs by the bucket load, and Strafe doesn't half embrace this evisceration. It not only makes it a huge part of the look and style, but also the gameplay as well. Still, you can have all the gore in the world in your game, but if liberating it from the bodies of bad guys is no fun, well, then we might have a problem. But it turns out that we probably don't have a problem, so that's good. There were 3 weapons available in the pre-alpha build, and each one comes with a secondary fire. So in the case of the shotty, standard fire is a burst of pellets, while secondary fire cuts a straight line through anyone who wanders into your kill zone. It still lacks the punch of the classic double-barrel shotgun from Doom 2, but it's an incredibly satisfying weapon to use. The other weapons available include an assault rifle with a built-in grenade launcher and a railgun that's great at drilling holes through lines of enemies. Its secondary fire charges up a ball of energy that evaporates any foes unlucky enough to be close to the blast. So far so good, the ingredients are coming together, and the only thing that could make this a better homage to 90s gaming, other than a blonde centre parting, would be speed. The controls in Strafe are tight. It is smooth, it is fluid, and it is fast, and it will take a lot of newer gamers by surprise. There's no hiding behind cover, popping shots off at static targets. Strafe is brutally hard and it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is an Unreal Tournament assault on the senses. This is serious Sam running backwards and panic shooting. This is classic Doom circle strafing. This is a little bit of every classic 90s FPS rolled into one. Played with mouse and keyboard, the Strafe Alpha felt lovely. It's glidey and slidey in all the right places, and even the pickups have been implemented with speed in mind. Blasting item boxes will make the content shoot up into the air, so you can just run, shoot, catch and keep going. It's tricky at first, but if you get it down, you'll feel like a freaking badass. It's just as much a game for old school shooter fans as it is for fans of speedruns. The version of Strafe I played was a near glimpse at how the final product will look, but so far all signs are pointing towards it being a perfect homage to 90s shooters. Millennial noobs who are not used to this kind of hardcore checkpoint-free action will probably hate it, just like younger gamers hated Volgar the Viking for its unforgiving gameplay. More mature players like me, players who spent their teens shooting Keiko demons or quoting Duke Nukem though, should probably be getting ready to say, "Come get some," sometime this summer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Eurogamer for plenty more video gaming goodness. Good luck!